So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do an overhand weave. So I'll just show you one here that I've already done. So this is the type of bodies that you can get with the overhand weave. So I'm just going to show you how to do it, and it's dead easy. Once you get into the rhythm, you'll be grand. Now I'll also maybe show you in another video how to do the shuttle weave, but this is probably the easiest one to show first. Now the hook and the vise, this is a Amazon B100 in size 10. We're just going to use a uni thread 801 black to tie the fly in its totality, but we'll start off with the weave first. Now don't start your thread down here, bring your thread down to where you want your body to end, and just run on a good few turns of thread, and then come in and trim away your waist. Now the colours that I'm going to use, this is embroidery cotton, so that's the brown and that's the cream, and I got these out of their Hobbycraft store. Now let me put this on my double needle so I can show you. So that's it there. So Mouline Special DMC. So there's Hobbycraft stores should be throughout the UK, so you should be able to get them in any store that provides embroidery materials. Now the brown, so I'm going to tie the brown in first. So just come around with a pinching loop and then pull it in. Now you want to keep the material on the side of the hook. Don't be trying to tie two materials in at the same time at this stage until you become more used. You become more, basically used to the process. Now bring your thread back up. Don't be worrying about these tag ends. Now get your cream. Now on a size 10 you really only want to tie in 3 strands of this stuff. You don't want to be making the body too chunky, and it's good for mayfly patterns this, as well as caddis. So we've got our 3 white. Just going to turn the hook, come around with a pinching loop, and then just follow this down. Now you don't need to be worrying about touching turns at this point. Just tie this in on the side and make sure it's flush, it's level with where you've tied in the brown. Then you can bring your hook back around just to show you can see what I'm doing at this point. Nice and tight, and then work your thread back up, tying everything in right back up. Now if you want to put a wee bit of shape into the body, we all like to see a bit of shape to it, so just come back down sort of about halfway and then back up. Now at this point you need to whip finish off your thread, so don't be leaving you'll not be able to weave with the thread still on the hook, and then come in and trim away the thread. Now at this point just want these at 2 right angles, and what I want to do is I'm going to turn the vise facing myself, so I'll come back once we've got that done. Okay guys, so we're back again. So once you've got your 2 materials tied on either side and they come out at a right angle, you want to point your vise facing yourself or facing the fly tire. Now all you're going to do here is just create a simple granny knot, but always remember that it's the light over the dark, because basically all insects are sort of like counter shaded. So what you do is just bring your light over your dark, create your granny knot. Now as you pull it up, just sort of loosen off on the knot, bring it over and bring it down onto your body, and just pull and snug it in, and then same again, light over dark. I'll do this a couple of times because I'll get monotonous just sitting watching me do this, but once you start, snug it down onto your the next one. Just make sure that they're sort of like touching. It'll not matter to the fish if you see a bit of black thread. So same again, just light over dark. Bring it down. Make sure it's touching, and you can see your dark back and your light sides. You'll also get a light underbody. I'll flip the vice around and show you that towards the end. Same again, light over dark. Create your knot. Slide it over the hook. Just bring it down. Just take it down. Just take your time at the start until you get used to it all. Light over dark now. It is time consuming. It's a lovely weave. The shuttle weave is far quicker. It doesn't use as much material, so if you're going to do this, just make sure you cut off probably around about 8 to 10 inches of the material that you're going to use. Same again, just slip it over. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as the dark is on top. And now we're sucking diesel. So same again, light over dark, dark on top. Bring it in, snug it down. And I'm just going to keep going until basically I'm probably within about a half a mil of where I've started my thread, because then you've got decisions to make on what type of fly you want to tie. Because what we can do is we can you can tie this as a pupa, or if you're tying it on a straight hook, you can tie it as a mayfly nymph. And we can also then, if we wish, to tie it for the emerger. Now just remember, light over dark all the time, the whole way up. Slide it over the hook onto the shank, and then just snub it down. Now you can also mix it up. This overhand knot, just creating a granny knot, that's all you're doing there. And you can have it like a stripe for stripe, like a rugby or football jersey. So it'll go dark, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light the whole way up, if you wish. Right. Just going to put one more in and then have a wee check and see where you are on the hook. So just bring it up. Just remember, light over dark and snug it down. Now, just going to have a wee look. Yep, that's my body done. So next we'll come back and we'll complete the full fly. But I'll just turn it around so you can see this way here, and hopefully you can see the effect that you get. Just make sure that it's always at the right angle, and you can see there, it's probably better this way, the back and your sides, and that's the type of effect that you'll get. Now you can leave that, there, you tie half a dozen like that, leave them, or leave the embroidery cotton still on the fly. It's not going to go anywhere. So we'll come back and tie the rest of the fly, guys, in a second. Right guys, so that's us back. Now obviously you've got your weave done here, so you want to connect on your thread. This is just the same uni thread in black 8/0 that I used to catch in the 2 strands of embroidery cotton. So just connect that on, come in and trim away your waste. Now just bring these up parallel with the shank of the hook, and that'll get you another, just drop your thread over, that'll get you another band of cream and brown. Just connect those in, then just come in and trim those away. And leave yourself enough, don't trim them in tight, leave yourself enough to to tie in, and then you can bang these down. Just run your thread down and then back up. Now we're going to make this an emerger. So we've got three. This is 3 CDC plumes here, and you just want to pull these in. So get them in your finger and thumb. Just pull them all in. Offer them up to the hook. Just come around with a couple of loose turns, and then just manoeuvre them in on top. Just put them in as tight as you dare go, and just tie them in tight at this point. Now you want that curve when you're creating the CDC bubble. Then we'll just come in and trim away the waste, and then we'll just tie these in nice and tight. If you're going to tie this fly, just make sure you leave yourself plenty of space at the front here. Then, this is just some of the natural fur in grey squirrel that I'm using for the thorax. Now we don't want to dub this one too tight. I want to spring out on as far as a wee bit on the thorax. Just get another wee bit. It wants to go forward, just sweep it back a couple of turns in front at that point. Now I want to put on legs. These are just pre-knotted pheasant tail legs, so you're looking 3 either side, 3 or 4, that's up to you. You decide how many legs that you want on your fly. So we'll take these 3 here first. And I want these on the sides down and a wee bit longer than the body if you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then we'll get the 3 for your side. Just make sure that they're the same length. Just come around with a couple of nice tight turns. Just have a wee check now at this point to see what way you're sitting. If you're happy with your arm, I'll tighten up into these, and then come in and just trim these away nice and tight. Bring our thread back up. Make sure your legs are out of the way, you're not tending down. Then just go back to your grey squirrel dubbing. Just to fill up the rest of the thorax area. Bring your thread to the eye of the hook. Just get a bit of thread down here for bringing over your CDC. Now, the bubble on the CDC, you probably want this around about halfway down the body at least. It's got to float the fly, so proportionate to the hook is what I would say for the bubble. Just nice and tight with the turns. Now, if you think your bubble's too tight, you can always just come in with your dubbing needle. Stretch it out down over the back of the fly. Just lift the waist ends, trim them away. Come in, hold everything back. Bring your thread to the eye of the hook again. Just tidy up over your cut ends. Now, I'm going to put horns on the fly, if you like, or antenna. And what I have here is 2 cinnamon dyed duck quill fibres. So just offer these up to the hook. Just come around with a pinching loop. Now, at this point nothing's sort of way set in stone, so you can move them about. If they're too long for you, you can always bring them in, so just have a wee check. Now, take another turn in front, lift the 2 quills up, a couple of turns in front of those, and then come back in behind. Then come in, lift these, trim them away. Then you're just going to get another wee bit of your grey squirrel. Now if you don't have grey squirrel, just use what you've got, guys. You just change it up, it's up to you. So just dub that on. Get a couple of turns in front, lift everything up, or behind, sorry, then a couple of turns in front, keeping your thread tight. Just come straight in with your whip finishing tool, just bring everything back and just throw in a whip finish. Pull your thread nice and tight, come in, trim away your tan thread, and then you can fix your two quills at the front. Now these will go first, then the legs, but the body will last. Now before you fish this fly, if you get yourself a wee bit of gink or float, whatever you use, and rub it onto the underside of the body, because this cotton will absorb water and it'll make the fly sit, it'll not sit correctly for you in the water. So just do that before you start fishing. But there you go guys, that's just a woven body emerger. Bit of a caddis pattern if you like, but it'll represent a whole lot of flies, especially if you don't put the antenna on. Represent a whole lot of sort of way emergers. Just remember, an emerger is just a nymph, and you just want to obviously make it float. So there you go guys, hopefully you've got something from this wee video. As always, many thanks for taking the time to view the video, it's greatly appreciated, and I hope everybody's doing plenty of fishing and tight lines, all being well. See you on the next one guys, thanks.